What's going on, everyone? This is Rob from Rob Invest. I'm coming at you with another video. Today I want to talk about, is YieldMax a scam? But before we get into the video, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes, so please do your own research. Guys, if you are interested in building passive income through dividends, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's become financially free together. All right, so during this topic, it's going to be more of my opinion. So, you know, any different opinion is welcome. My opinion is my opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. So, whatever. But I'm just going to talk about my opinion and why do I have these certain opinions. Now, again, this topic is going to talk about, is YieldMax being a scam? Now, I'm hearing a lot of people, a lot of YieldMax investors. When I mean YieldMax, I'm not talking about the cover call ETF. I'm basically talking about the firm, right, which sells a whole bunch of cover call YieldMax ETF. Now, if you are new to cover call investing, YieldMax is known for their ultra high yielding ETFs and individual stocks that are usually around 50 to 80%, even up to 160%. Now, let's take an example of Tesla. Tesla came out in 2022. The NAV has dropped 81% since inception, and I think it has gone through 2 reverse splits now. So, that's not looking good. Now, you still have the YieldMax fans, and that really does not care about the NAV, but they care about the distribution. But you have others that are kind of seeing the reality of these funds. They are seeing their capital drop, and they're like, well, I don't like this. They're seeing their distribution fluctuate. They're seeing this, distribution go down, and they're like, you know what? I'm not liking this. I'm not liking it. So people are going around and, being upset. And you have people that are, taking money out of, taking money out of the YieldMax funds and putting it into something else. And you have others that are basically saying, oh my God, this investment firm is a scam and yada, yada, yada. Okay. So here's my thing. YieldMax is not a scam. It's not a scam. And here's the reason why it's not a scam. The most important reason why it is not a scam, because, guys, you have to read. It says it on their website. You are subjected to lose money. And that's with any investment. I don't care if it's the S&P 500. I don't care if it's the NASDAQ 100. I don't care if it's bonds. I don't care if it's gold. If you are in some sort of investment, you are taking risk. See, this is why people need to do their own due diligence. This is why I always say, do your own due diligence before you go off and make a choice. Yes, a lot of these things seem exciting, but sometimes the most exciting things are not good for you. Like when the YieldMax funds first came out, yeah, there was a 70 to 100%. People were really getting excited because they thought they could retire off this, but they soon realized that they were wrong. They soon saw their portfolio drop, saw their NAV drop, and then saw their distribution income drop. And there's a lot of disappointment that was going on. And now you have other people that are saying, okay, these are not really good funds for steady income. All right, so let's go to the lower yield. All right, fine. But again, you still have these people that are saying, oh, it's a scam, and are mad at YieldMax. Okay, they didn't do anything wrong. They said it in the fine print. You can lose money. And on top of that, even though I am not a a YieldMax fan, you still can make money. You still can make money. Even if the NAV erodes, you can still get a positive total return. I don't think it's a good idea. Even though you can make money off YieldMax, I don't think it's very efficient when it comes to income investing, because the income goes all over the place and it's just not for me. And the NAVs drop too much, and that's just for me. And a lot of the YieldMax funds are not tax efficient. So you're going to be paying the dividends at an ordinary income rate. So whatever your tax bracket is, that's what you're going to pay as far as your dividend taxes. And on top of that, guys, if you have a fund that's paying a 70% yield, you should get a 70% return. Okay, you shouldn't get a total, and this is just the thoughts in my head. You shouldn't get a total return of a 25% if a yield is paying 75% distribution, right? But and this is my opinion, again, if you're going to do that, you might as well just invest in the underlying. I mean, that's going to get you a better total return than something like a Tesla or an Nvidia, what have you not. So that's my take on it. Guys, if you found this video helpful and informative, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. And also, guys, what do you think? Do you guys think YieldMax is a scam? Have you guys been a YieldMax investor? Have you guys went from high yield to low yield? Just let me know that in the comment section. All right, guys. Again, see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in.